Thank you for saving me. I'm Leia, the priestess of water. Leia, it seems like Lemray knew you. You are. My name is Chaz. Lemray is my best friend. Lemray said that the priest of wind was hiding something when we met him. Lemray knows something that I'm not aware of. To tell you the truth, I don't know much about his past. He didn't like talking about his past that much. Regardless, he's my best friend. Please tell me, what do you know about Lemray? It's better for you to forget about him. Why? If you talk with the priest of wind, then you should know about the Marslava. Yes, but just a little. Marslava is a vessel for holding a vast amount of the elemental spirit's power. During the time of King Sarnas, the priests that possessed the Marslava were considered as the great elemental spirit themselves. Lemray was looking for Marslava, which means his goal is to possess the power of the great spirits. Please, I'm not here to learn about the Marslava. Tell me more about your relationship with Lemray. If you can control the power of the Marslava, you can essentially sustain the continent of Mardias without the elemental spirit's help. But that same power can be released as a raw destructive force. In other words, the possession of Marslava equals the power to rule the entire continent. And you're saying that Lemray is trying to take over Mardias. Do you know why the Marslava were made? No, I don't. In the Age of Legends, the elemental spirits and the humans lived in harmony. People could actually see the spirits back then. There were many of them, not just those with tremendous powers like today. Mediated by the Hoshigami, individuals with the ability to communicate with the great spirits. The humans and the spirits helped each other. Everybody thought it would last forever. But one day a group of spirits realized that it was none other than their power that sustained the continent of Mardias. And they started threatening the humans. Fear spread among the humans, and harmony began to deteriorate. The Hoshigami and the great spirits tried to maintain the harmony, but the spirit's arrogance and the human fear towards the spirit had gone beyond their control. It was around that time when Villa, the Hoshigami of lightning, emerged. He was a genius. He discovered the method of binding and controlling the power of the elemental spirits, which led to the creation of confidence and the formal Marslava. Believing that a harmonious coexistence between the humans and the spirits was possible, he stated that with this new technology, humans could take control of Mardias. People supported him open-handedly at first. Even the Hoshigami, who served the great spirits of fire, earth, forest, and water, and wind, agreed that there was no future for mankind, and decided to assist him. Villa and the 5 Hoshigami began to bind the power of the spirits to the Marslava, one after the other. The situation had reversed. This time it was the elemental spirits who fled from the humans. However, as the power within the Marslava grew, people began to fear Villa and his ability to control that power. And finally, the kingdom of Ixia and the priestess who served Elvia, the spirit of highest stature, publicly denounced Villa's acts. Ixia and the priestess of Elva advocated coexistence with the elemental spirits and declared that Villa posed a threat to both humans and the spirits. Those who supported Villa began to fear him as he accumulated the spirit's power, and eventually they all left him. Being alone and accused by everyone, Villa thought, why choose to continue being oppressed by the elemental spirits? What's wrong with creating a land ruled only by humans? At last, Villa waged war on Ixia. With the Marslava and confidence at his disposal, he destroyed Ixia and became the ruler of Mardias. You know the rest. To defeat Villa, King Sarnas received Elvia's divine protection and made a pact with the elemental spirits. He agreed to destroy any references to Marslava and confidence with technology, knowledge, and written records once Villa was defeated. In turn, the spirits agreed to hide themselves from the humans, while continuing to sustain the continent. In other words, the humans and the spirits chose to live on their own, avoiding contact with each other. With the help of the remaining elemental spirits, the priestess of Elvia and the Hoshigami who once sided with Villa, King Sarnas defeated Villa and restored Ixia. After the battle, the spirits shed their physical bodies to sustain the continent as it passed. King Sarnas fixed 6 temples in different parts of the continent, to store the records regarding Marsava in confidence and ordered the Hoshigami to guard them. There has been no record of Marsava being used since the Ixian era, so I don't know what will happen if someone tries using them. But it is strictly forbidden to tamper with the seal put upon Marsava. Thanks for the history lesson. Now would you mind answering my question? Limerick belongs to the priest of water. Limerick, a priest? That's right. He used to live here with us. As the descendants of the Hoshigami water, we have protected this temple for generations. We have a law which prohibits us from leaving this land. But one day we received news that Valam invaded Yuga in western Farar. It was also reported that they used instruments called configants in battle. Following that incident, Limerick spent a lot of his time by himself in the temple's library. And in the end, he broke the law and left the temple. That was many years ago. Why did he leave this way? Nobody knows. But regardless of what he is planning to do now, it's too dangerous to let him acquire the Marslava. Again, this thing about Marslava and the Ixian legends. So please forget about Limerick. Just like he said, it's better for you to stop involving yourself with the Marslava. I can't do that. I know that this continent is facing destruction because of the confidence in Marslava, and that someone well-versed in the Ixian legends is manipulating the world. Limerick is my best friend. If whatever he's doing is related to the Marslava and the Ixian legends, I can't just let him go on his own. Alright, if that's what you want to do, then you need to learn more about the Marslava and the Ixian legends, and why Valam is going after the Ixian ruins. You should talk to a sage named Luke. Let me see. I believe he is in Tusk, working as advisor for King Celstan.